So, over the years, I've battled many other PokeTubers, many people who upload the same sort of stuff that I do, and a lot of people, ask me whether I'm going to battle this person or that person or whoever, and I've played most of them. I've played a lot of people who are well known in the community, but one who I have never played before, and who is probably one of the most requested people that I play in the community, is about to appear online on my Diamond version. It is, of course, Haydunn. And he's been around since the 4th gen days as well, and he's been battling since those times, and we'd never played before, and I thought, you know what, 4th gen's going away, we've got to get this sorted before it's too late, and so here we are. So let's go for it. This is an NU game, or as close as NU to I could get, because he had a proper NU team, I didn't, because, well, I just have a bunch of junk in my boxes, and I slapped them together, and I tried to call it NU, and that's what we're rolling with. So, leads off with Eradicate, which is a horrible physical threat. Thankfully, I have the Intimidate from Mantler as well as the Reflect to back me up, so that's what I'm going to go for as he makes the switch into Miltank. Now, knowing that Miltank most likely in 4th gen is going to be setting up Stealth Rocks at some point in time, I'm going to get Shedinja in right here, right now, because I don't have a spinner, I didn't pack one on the team, and I need to make use of this dude before he becomes deadweight, essentially, and is only switched in as Death Fodder. So, I bring him in before Stealth Rocks, which is fantastic. I can potentially go for a Willow here on the switch, if that is something that's going to happen, because I'm pretty sure the Miltank can touch me. But he ends up trying to paralyze me instead. I don't get paralyzed fully, but I miss the Will-O-Wisp, which is a little bit unfortunate. And, well, now that I've revealed it, it means he can switch into something appropriate. Maybe he has a Fire type on his team to dodge it. I don't know. I'm just going to try and go for an X's this turn instead, just in case that's the case. And it certainly turns out to be, as he goes into Magmortar, something which can, in fact, take out my Focus Sash and then my Shedinja in due course. So I try there as I get fully paralyzed. You see I went first. I tried to get off the Shadow Sneak, but didn't quite work out because the paralysis had me. If I had managed to do that, then, well, would have taken him down much more and been more easy to revenge kill. But I'm pretty satisfied with the damage I did. Got him down to around half, and I could probably bring something in to take this thing on pretty easily at this point. So, weighing up my options, I have a lot of slow things on this team. I have more defensive stuff, so I don't really have like a good Scarfer to go into and try and revenge it. I'm thinking that potentially he was Scarfed as well, so that was in the back of my mind. But in any case, Chingling turns out to be a good switch regardless, because it's especially defensive, it can take hits, and forces him to switch, and he switches into one of his most well-known and dangerous Pokemon. It is his Pinsir, which I am not going to let destroy me as much as I can. I get the Hypnosis hit on the switch, because, ladies and gentlemen, in 4th gen, what do I tell you? I'm a master of Hypnosis. My Pokemon obey me, they listen to my orders, and they execute, son. They do. Jingling all the way. Able to get off a nice solid chunk with Psychic, as switches into the Espeon, and this, my friends, is going to be a bit of a threat to me. It's a problem. I mean, my Chimecha has a good job taking it on. I'm looking at my team, I'm like, I have no real switch-ins. Psychic's going to do a lot to everything, and whatever he goes for here, it doesn't matter, because anything I switch into will then be 2-hit KO'd as a result of him going for Psychic on the next turn. So, I stay in, try and take a hit, which I don't take very well with the Signal Beam, go for a Wish, hoping, maybe he'll not do that much damage, but it turns out to be far too much. I don't carry Protect. This is a a Wish Heal Bell set with the Psychic, and that is not on my plate. So what I do instead is I go into Mantler. On the off chance he goes for Psychic, predicting the switch, I can definitely live it and then get my health all the way back up with Wish. But it turns out that he actually goes for the Shadow Ball instead, which would have alternatively been super effective on my Chimecho and also covers a lot of my switches apart from Mantler being normal type. He comes in, takes nothing, and gets the Wish anyway. So it looks like a fancy prediction on my part. Really, I'm just trying to get in Mantler and get his health back up. But in comes the Venomoth, something he needed to take a Thunder Wave, and it is going to be the thing that comes in. And ladies and gentlemen, if you thought that hacks was something that you encounter on a daily basis, well, I'm afraid you're going to have to prepare for what is the truest of hacks that you may ever come across. So I paralyze him, which is cause for worry in the first place. He ends up missing the first Sleep Powder, which is unfortunate. He'll be able to get another one, but he gets paralyzed. You know, well, there you go. Paralysis is something that can occur no matter. He'll have his opportunity to put me to sleep, right? I'll go for a Thunderbolt again. Let's see what happens. And he doesn't get paralyzed, but Sleep Powder misses again. Wow, 2 times in a row Sleep Powder has missed. That is rather unfortunate. Maybe he has a chance here. You know, there's one more turn at which he can survive. You know, go for a Sleep Powder, try and seal the deal. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking, maybe, do I want to switch? Maybe I should. Maybe I should take something else with a Sleep Powder. No, Mantler, he has the power. But ladies and gentlemen, for a third time, 3 consecutive Sleep Powder misses on the end of Venomoth. This is not a good day for Haydunn. It is unlucky indeed. But my friends, if I ever wanted to prove the stoutness of Mantler, not only does he avoid 3 Sleep Powders, get a paralysis fully on the Venomoth, he finishes it off with a critical hit Thunderbolt just to rub it in. And if you thought that Mantler would go down without a fight to a Magmortar, which could potentially carry Focus Blast, and if he was leaning towards the Specs and take me out, well, I'll tell you, you got another thing coming. Because as the Focus Blast lands and Haydunn's unlucky streak ends, it continues by Mantler living on 31 HP because he's such a beast. I get off the Thunder Wave, paralyzing Magmortar, leaving it for death fodder essentially at this point. And I'm not letting Mantler die. Nuh-uh. I'm bringing him back. He's going to be useful for Intimidate later. He still has value to me on the team. So I'm going to fodder off my Chimeco, even though that thing could have been useful for Wishing and Heal Belling. I thought there was no other switching I could make, and potentially, if he did get paralyzed on the switch, then, you know, I was in a nice position there. So that's what I was going for. Ends up dying, but it's perfectly fine. I have a Marowak, and Marowak, now that the Magmortar is paralyzed, can freely go for an Earthquake. He doesn't seem to have anything on his team that wants to switch in and take one. No Levitators, no Flyers remaining, and I am able to clean him out with an Earthquake. GG Magmortar. It was an unlucky day for you, but you had to go at some point, right? So he goes into his Pinsir again, hoping potentially to wake up, because of course 4th gen mechanics dictated that he could potentially have woken up on that turn, having already slept, but he is not fortunate. Skulls is able to power through, get the Fire Punch off, take down the Pinsir with it doing absolutely nothing. I put it to sleep and then rendered it useless. In comes Espeon, and this is a tricky part because I'm pretty sure that if I go down to a hit from this Espeon, I'm done. Like, I can't really outspeed it or touch it or do a whole lot to it. But thankfully, Marowak, with the sturdiness and the strength of his special defense, I don't think it's even that good, he's able to live a Grass Knot, which I was stoked about. I'm pretty sure he's not that heavy, which is probably why I was able to, but I got off the Earthquake, finished off the Espeon, useless crit, because of course I have the thick club and I'm just broken in terms of the physical attack. But here comes threat number 2. Raticate is a problem for me because it's quick, it's powerful, it has priority in the form of Sucker Punch, and it is on a tear. This thing is out for revenge, for Magmortar, for Pinsir. It wants to, you know, it wants to gain some ground back here for its fallen comrades, and I'm going to have to try my damnedest to stop it because, my lord, it is going to be a challenge. So what I do first of all is my first point of business, go into Mantler, get off the Intimidate. Unfortunately, seeing how much the Stealth Rock damage did, I can't switch Mantler out and bring him back in again for a secondary Intimidate, because Stealth Rock would happen first, the Intimidate wouldn't get off, and I'd just be basically making him useless. So I switch him in once, get the Intimidate off, get an extra bit of burn damage going, then I go into Hariyama. Now, if you remember this dude from back in the day, he's a very special set. He was featured in the O&M Pokedome, I believe it was Banana's set. It was a belly drum, fake out, bullet punch. This one usually runs Flame Orb. I decided to be a bit more defensively oriented and give it lefties. Go for the fake out first of all, get that Raticate down, and then on the second turn, I'm not going to belly drum. Unfortunately, I don't have the wiggle room to do such, because if I had done, I would have killed myself. As you can see, the Facade does well over half. I instead go for the Revenge. The Revenge is sweet. Raticate eliminated from the field of play, and his final Pokemon, of course, is the Miltank. Now, all I have left is his Hariyama and a Chatot in my back pocket. I'm not sure if Chatot will be able to live a Body Slam, and I'm hoping, beyond all hope, that a Revenge plus a Bullet Punch will take out the Miltank, but I don't have to worry anymore because he seals the deal by giving me a Guts boost, paralyzing my Hariyama, ensuring that I get the attack boost with the Revenge, with the full power, super effective damage, stab, everything, stacks of stacks of stacks of stacks, and the Miltank goes down in a single solitary hit, no Bullet Punch required on the back end. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to finish off the game. A really fun one. Bunch of hacks, loads of stuff going on, but it was great. And you know, that's what I say. Every 4th gen match is memorable. You will remember that Haydunn's Venomoth missed Sleep Powder 3 times in a row, and that Mantler was a god among men. And I think that that's the best thing about 4th gen. It has the memories, it has those special things, and it's all fantastic. So, thank you for watching. As always, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Comment down below your thoughts on everything 4th gen, everything Pokemon, everything in general. And I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye.